Have you ever found yourself listening to your own body as it speaks a language you do not yet understand? A sudden ringing in your ears that isn't from a sound in the room. An ache in your shoulders that carries more than just physical tension. We are often taught to view our bodies as machines that simply perform, or sometimes break down. We treat these strange sensations as defects, rushing to find a cure, a pill, an explanation that fits neatly into our material world. But what if these signals are not signs of brokenness? What if they are the whispers of a profound, internal transformation? The sacred language of your spiritual awakening, written into the very cells of your being. This is not about illness, it is about expansion. It is the body's sometimes clumsy, often intense, effort to keep pace with the rapid evolution of your consciousness. In our time together today, we will journey through 9 of these physical signals. We will learn to see them not as problems to be solved, but as profound invitations to be understood. Each one is a milestone on your path back to yourself. Before we begin this exploration, let us set an intention. Let us declare our readiness to listen, to truly listen, to the wisdom that resides within our own physical form. If you are ready, I invite you to affirm this in the comments below with the simple, powerful mantra, "My body is my guide." Let this be a declaration of your commitment to a deeper dialogue with yourself. Let us begin. The first signal, unexplained aches and pains. You may be sitting at your desk or walking through a quiet park when you feel a familiar, persistent ache settling in your neck, your shoulders, or your back. You stretch, you adjust your posture. Perhaps you blame your chair or a poor night's sleep. But this discomfort lingers, a low hum of tension that no physical adjustment seems to soothe. It feels less like an injury and more like a heavy cloak you cannot remove. This feeling is not just muscular, it is energetic. The laws of nature reveal that everything must be in flow. A river that is dammed becomes stagnant. Energy too must move. For years, you have unconsciously stored experiences within your body. Unexpressed fears, unspoken grief, frustrations you were taught to swallow. These dense emotions become energetic blockages, held in the physical tissues of your being. As your consciousness begins to expand, a more refined, higher frequency of energy starts to flow through you. This new current meets the old, dense blockages, and the friction between them manifests as physical pain. The ache in your shoulders is the weight of old burdens asking to be set down. The tightness in your lower back is the residue of past survival fears beginning to loosen their grip. From a space of deep awareness, we find that this is not your body failing you. It is your body healing you. It is a sacred purification process. Instead of resisting this pain, meet it with curiosity. Breathe into the area of discomfort. With each exhale, imagine you are giving that stored energy permission to dissolve, to rejoin the flow of life moving through you. These aches are not a punishment. They are the signs of a profound energetic liberation. Your body is not a battlefield, a garden where old weeds are being gently pulled to make space for new growth. The second signal, pressure or tingling in the head. This next signal can be startling, for it takes place in the very seat of your intellect, your head. You might experience a strange, non-painful pressure at the very top of your head, as if a gentle but firm hand were resting there. Or you may feel a persistent tingling between your eyebrows, a sensation that seems to come from within the bone itself. The logical mind rushes to find a reason: a headache, fatigue, dehydration. But this feeling is different. It is focused, precise, and often appears during moments of stillness or deep contemplation. Consider a flower bulb, dormant in the soil through a long winter. As the spring sun warms the earth, a tremendous energy gathers within the bulb, preparing to push a new sprout up toward the light. What you are feeling is a similar process. Ancient wisdom identifies energy centers, or chakras, within the human body. The point at the crown of your head is the crown chakra, your direct connection to universal consciousness. The point between your brows is the third eye chakra, your center of intuition and inner seeing. The pressure and tingling are the physical sensations of these higher energy centers activating. This activation is the rewiring of your perception. You are being prepared to receive insights, ideas, and a quality of guidance that transcends logical thought. The divine architect of your being is upgrading your internal systems, expanding your capacity to connect with the infinite. It is not something to be feared. When this sensation arises, close your eyes. Welcome it. Imagine you are opening a channel to a clearer sky, allowing a purer light to enter. This pressure is not a burden. It is the feeling of your own consciousness blooming. You are not getting a headache. You are gaining access to a higher mind. The third signal: abrupt fluctuations in energy. One day, you awaken feeling a deep, weary fatigue that no amount of coffee or rest can seem to lift. The simplest tasks feel monumental. You sleep for 10 hours and still feel drained. Then, without warning, the very next day you are coursing with a vibrant, restless energy. You feel you could walk for miles, create, clean, and accomplish everything at once, all while needing very little sleep. You oscillate between these extremes, a pendulum swinging between profound exhaustion and almost manic vitality. Observe a mighty tree throughout the seasons. In winter, it enters a period of deep dormancy, gathering its strength, its life force pulled deep into its roots, unseen to the world. It appears lifeless, yet a massive recalibration is taking place. Then, in spring, that stored energy erupts, pushing forth thousands of new leaves and blossoms in a magnificent burst of life. Your body, in its wisdom, follows a similar rhythm during an awakening. The periods of extreme fatigue are your spiritual winter. Your system is performing an immense amount of work on an energetic level, clearing dense emotions, healing old psychic wounds, and upgrading your entire cellular structure. This consumes vast reserves of physical energy. Then, when a significant layer of this dense energy is cleared, your life force can surge through your newly cleared channels with breathtaking intensity. These are your spiritual springtimes. Do not judge this cycle. Honor it. When the fatigue is upon you, grant yourself the grace of deep rest. Surrender to it, knowing that profound work is being done beneath the surface. When the energy surge arrives, channel it into positive action, into creativity, into joy. Do not see yourself as unreliable or unstable. You are simply learning the natural, powerful rhythm of your own soul's seasons. The fourth signal: sudden and intense emotional waves. You may be in the middle of a perfectly ordinary activity, washing dishes, driving your car, watching a sunset, when a tidal wave of emotion rises from within you, seemingly from nowhere. It might be a profound sadness that brings you to tears, a grief for something you cannot name. Or it could be a sudden surge of overwhelming love and connectedness to everything and everyone, a sense of ecstatic joy that is just as intense. These feelings are not connected to any immediate event in your life. They feel ancient, deep, and impersonal. Our physical body is not just flesh and bone. It is a library of every experience, every emotion, every memory we have ever had, much of it stored away in the subconscious. Like a vast ocean, the surface may appear calm, but deep currents are always moving below. Your awakening is the force that brings these deep currents to the surface. The sadness you feel may not be just your sadness. It is the collective sorrow of humanity, an energy you are helping to process and release. The immense love you feel is the remembrance of your true nature, the direct experience of unity that the ego has long obscured. These are not mood swings. This is a profound emotional detoxification. Your heart is breaking open, not breaking apart. It is expanding its capacity to feel, moving beyond the limited range of personal emotions into a vaster, more universal experience of life. When these waves come, do not be alarmed. Do not seek a reason for them. Simply create a safe space for them to be felt. Acknowledge the sadness, breathe with it, and let the tears flow. Bathe in the joy, let it fill you completely. These feelings are not here to torment you. They are cleansing you. You are not falling apart. You are becoming wide enough to hold the entire ocean of existence. The fifth signal: changes in sleep patterns. The silent, dark hours of the early morning become a strangely familiar and sacred space for you. You find yourself consistently waking up between 300 and 400 a.m. It is not a jolting, anxious awakening, but a calm, wide-awake state. The world is asleep, but you feel profoundly alert and present. Or perhaps your entire need for sleep shifts. Some nights you feel rested on just a few hours, while other times you require much more than usual to feel human. This disruption is not a malfunction, it is an appointment. Ancient wisdom traditions often refer to these pre-dawn hours as the veil being thin. This means the boundary between the physical and spiritual dimensions is more permeable. The constant noise and mental chatter of the collective mind are at their lowest point. During this sacred quiet, your soul, your higher self, can communicate with you more clearly, free from the interference of the day. You are not waking up by accident. You are being gently summoned to listen. Insights, creative ideas, and solutions to problems may effortlessly arise in this stillness. Memories needing to be healed may surface. This is your personal time for divine download and spiritual maintenance. Treat this time not as an inconvenience, but as an invitation. Do not toss and turn in frustration, trying to force yourself back to sleep. Instead, sit up, breathe, meditate, write in a journal, or simply sit in the profound stillness and listen with your heart. Let this be your sanctuary time. Your biological clock is being recalibrated to a celestial rhythm, one that serves your soul's evolution over the demands of the material world. You are not suffering from insomnia. You are attending a sacred, nightly meeting with your own soul. As we pause here, halfway through our journey, you may feel a deep stirring of recognition. You may realize that the strange language your body has been speaking is not so strange after all, and that you are not alone in hearing it. This path of awakening is deeply personal, yet it is a universal human experience. If what has been shared here resonates with the truth of your own journey, if you feel a calling to continue exploring this path in a community of like-minded souls, I warmly invite you to become a part of this growing family. Take a moment to subscribe. This is more than a click. It is an act of acknowledging your own journey and joining with others who are also learning to listen to the wisdom within. Now, let us continue our exploration. The sixth signal: heightened sensitivity of the senses. The world around you seems to have turned up its volume, its color, its intensity. The scent of rain on dry pavement becomes intoxicatingly rich. The synthetic fragrance of a cleaning product may suddenly feel abrasive and overwhelming. Bright lights might feel jarring, causing you to squint. The sounds of a crowded room can feel like a chaotic assault, while the subtle sound of wind in the leaves becomes a beautiful symphony. Your sense of taste changes too. Foods you once loved now taste artificial and heavy, while you begin to crave clean, simple, vibrant foods. This is not your imagination. As your consciousness refines your physical vehicle, your body must also become more refined to hold this lighter, higher vibration. A crude instrument cannot detect subtle frequencies, but a finely tuned one can. Your nervous system is that instrument, and it is undergoing a profound recalibration. You are literally beginning to perceive more of reality. The denseness of the physical world begins to feel more pronounced in contrast to your expanding inner state. What once was tolerable is now recognized by your body as dissonant or out of harmony with your new internal frequency. This heightened sensitivity is a form of guidance. Your body is developing an innate, infallible compass, steering you away from dense, chaotic energies and towards what is pure, natural, and life-affirming. Listen to it. If a loud environment feels jarring, honor your need for quiet. If a certain food feels heavy and lifeless, choose something that feels alive and nourishing. This is not about being weak or overly delicate. It is about becoming exquisitely aware. You are learning to navigate the world not with your mind alone, but with the full, embodied intelligence of your senses. You are not becoming intolerant, you are becoming incredibly attuned. The seventh signal: issues with digestion. You may suddenly find your digestive system has become unpredictable and sensitive. Foods that you have eaten for years without issue now cause bloating, discomfort, or indigestion. You might feel a strange sense of fluttering or energy in your solar plexus, the area around your navel. Your appetite might fluctuate wildly, with periods of intense hunger, followed by a complete loss of interest in food. It can be frustrating to feel at odds with such a basic bodily function, but this too is a reflection of a deeper energetic process. The solar plexus is the seat of your third chakra, the energy center that governs your sense of self, your personal power, and your will. It is where you digest not only food, but life itself. It is where you have stored a lifetime of unresolved emotions related to control, self-worth, and fear of judgment. As your awakening progresses, it works to clear out these deeply embedded energetic patterns. The digestive turmoil you feel is the physical manifestation of your body purging these old, dense emotional energies. Furthermore, as your vibration rises, your body begins to reject dense, low-frequency inputs. Processed foods, heavy meats, and artificial ingredients carry a vibrational density that your evolving system can no longer easily process. The discomfort is a clear signal, an invitation to purify your physical vessel to match the purity of your expanding consciousness. Be gentle with your body during this time. Drink plenty of pure water. Listen to its new cravings for fresh, living foods. Bless the food you eat, consciously choosing to fill yourself with light and life. Your body is not rejecting food. It is asking you to make more conscious choices about the very energy you invite into your temple. The eighth signal, dizziness and a feeling of being ungrounded. There will be moments when you feel strangely disconnected from your physical reality. You might stand up and feel a sudden wave of dizziness or a sense of light-headedness. It can feel as if you are living in a dream, slightly detached from the world around you, as though you are observing your life from a step or two behind your own eyes. You may feel spacey or have difficulty concentrating on mundane tasks. This sensation can be disorienting, and the mind may fear that something is wrong. Imagine a house that is undergoing a complete renovation of its foundation. During the process, the structure can feel unstable and shaky. Your consciousness is your foundation, and it is being entirely rebuilt. You have spent your entire life being fully identified with your physical body and your ego, mind. Your energy was dense and firmly rooted in the material world. As you awaken, your consciousness expands, and your frequency begins to rise. You start existing in multiple dimensions simultaneously, the physical world and the higher energetic realms. This feeling of dizziness is your awareness fluctuating between these different states. You are learning to be in this world, but not entirely of it. This experience is a call to learn the art of grounding. Ancient wisdom teaches us to connect with the stabilizing energy of the earth itself. When you feel this spaciousness, go outside. Place your bare feet on the grass, the dirt, or the sand. Feel the solid, supportive energy of the earth beneath you. Lean against a tree. Take slow, deep breaths, imagining roots growing from the soles of your feet deep into the heart of the planet. This conscious act anchors your expanded consciousness firmly into your physical body, allowing you to be both spiritually expanded and physically present. You are not losing your mind. You are simply gaining a larger one and need to anchor it to the ground. The ninth signal, heart palpitations or fluttering sensations. Finally, you may experience sensations in your heart that are new and perhaps alarming. It might feel like a fluttering, a sudden racing, or a palpable warmth spreading through your chest, even when you are completely at rest and feeling no anxiety. The immediate reaction is often fear, a worry about the health of your physical heart. But when medically cleared, this phenomenon points to one of the most beautiful aspects of the awakening process, the opening of the heart chakra. Your heart center is more than a physical organ that pumps blood. It is the energetic bridge between your lower, earthly chakras and your upper, spiritual ones. It is the seat of divine love, compassion, and unity. For most of your life, this center may have been guarded, even partially closed, as a means of protection from hurt and pain. The awakening process is a grand reopening. The fluttering and palpitations are the physical feeling of immense waves of divine energy flowing into and expanding this center. It can be an intense sensation as the energetic doors are being stretched open after being closed for so long. This is your capacity for love, unconditional, universal love, being magnified beyond your wildest imagination. When this occurs, place a hand over your heart. Breathe into it. Send feelings of gratitude and welcome to this expanding energy. Feel it soften all the old walls of separation and fear. This is not a malfunction. It is the most profound of all activations. It is the core of your being coming online, recalibrating from the frequency of fear to the boundless frequency of love. Your heart is not breaking down. It is breaking open to embrace the entire universe. And so we see these 9 signals, these mysterious communications from our bodies, are not burdens to be feared. They are guideposts. They are love letters from our soul, reminding us that we are in the midst of a holy and transformative journey. Each ache, each flutter, each moment of exhaustion is a sacred symptom of rebirth. Trust the process. Be infinitely patient and compassionate with your beautiful, intelligent body as it learns to house a more brilliant and expansive light. You are becoming a vessel for more of your own true self, and this becoming is the most magnificent journey you will ever take. If you are ready to honor the profound wisdom your body shares with you each day, and to commit to walking this path with awareness and grace, then let your subscription to this channel be a promise to yourself. Let it be a conscious declaration that you will continue to listen, to learn, and to grow into the magnificent being you were always meant to be.